Hi, I'm Jessica Marksbury for Golf.com, and today is a great day here at Old Palm Golf Club in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, because I'm about to enjoy a round with Louis Oosthuizen. Louis, thank you so much for your time today. And the first thing we must do is cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Now, this is a first time for me with this feature, having coffee instead of an alcoholic beverage. But coffee, as we know, can be just as personal as adult beverage choice. So how do you like to take your coffee?
Black, 2 sugars. So I can't start my day without having at least 2 cups of coffee in the mornings.
We're meeting together a little early today. It's actually not 5 o'clock somewhere,
Yeah.
which is why we're having the coffee.
Yeah, I've obviously got my wines as well, but I think this is the way to start a day. Coffee is a good way to start.
So generally, if you are going to have a drink at the end of the day, wine is your go-to.
Yeah, I've got my Louis 57 wines, so I've got quite a big variety. You know, it started out as a sort of hobby, and I really got into it, not drinking it, but into enjoying a nice glass of wine, and it's something me and my wife really enjoys.
Okay, I want to go back to your Open Championship victory. This year marks 6 years since 2010 at St. Andrews. Now, you came very close last year at St. Andrews again. What is it about that place that speaks to you?
I don't know. I felt really comfortable last year at the Open. Mentally thought of, it's my week, I'm going to win this week, no one's going to beat me, and I think that really helped me going into the last round, and that place is special to me. And I think for anyone that plays an Open Championship, I don't think you've played an Open Championship if you haven't played it in St. Andrews.
Is there a particular moment in time that you hold on to that sticks out to you when you reminisce about 6 years ago?
You know, everyone always asks what my best shot was, and made the long eagle putt on the 9th hole to put me 2 or 3 ahead. And then obviously after Paul made the triple bogey on the 12th and I made birdie, then I was 7-shot lead. But knowing St. Andrews from the 13th hole in, it's not 5-6 shots, it's not a big lead. You can easily lose it around there. And I think the tee shot on the 14th hole to me was massive. You have the bunkers on the left, you have the out of bounds on the right. If I made a mistake there, I could have easily made a double bogey or even a triple bogey. And a big tee shot there was crucial. And I remember beforehand, I just at that stage I did the little red dot thing where I got my pre-shot routine going. And I remember I had the clock tower in the distance. That was my line. And I looked at it, and I looked down at my little dot and got my pre-shot routine and thinking what I want to do, and I just got onto it and didn't hold anything back. Hitting that fairway, you know, that to me then was sort of, okay, now it's yours to lose, because that was probably the most nervous I was in the whole tournament on that tee shot. After I hit that, I felt really relaxed, but I was still focused on what I wanted to achieve.
You're known as having the most beautiful, perfect golf swing on tour. So where does that come from? How much of that has been cultivated over time with instructors, and how much of that is just your natural motion, your God-given talent and ability?
That's always a difficult question, because since starting golf, you know, my dad was a tennis player. He didn't know anything about golf when I started, and he took me straight away to a professional Vaughan Tucker at George Golf Club back in South Africa. And you know, he helped me with the fundamentals of golf, the grip, the setup, and all those things. And then rhythm was something I just always seemed to had never really tried to hit it too hard, and then build up my swing from there. And when I turned professional, I started working with Pete Cowan, and I think it's got to do with your attitude out on the golf course as well. You need to be relaxed, and you need to enjoy what you're doing.
Is there a particular thought that you have when you start your takeaway, something that we can hold on to as recreational players to be more like you?
No, I think the last thing you want to do is thinking when you swing. You know, that's always the difficult part. Is I think the biggest part of golf is your pre-shot routine. Is just getting yourself in that moment, what you want to do, and then when you stand over the golf ball, you shouldn't be thinking about anything. You should just get something to pull the trigger and just hit the shot. But that's not easy to do. You'll see it, and most of professional golfers will tell you, the minute you start thinking about things to do, that's when you start playing or hitting bad shots.
You've certainly become a multi-hyphenate, if you will. Let me think. You've got an academy, a foundation, a wine, a restaurant, and a course design business as well. Are you building an empire? Is that what this is?
No. No, you know what? It keeps me busy away from golf, and I love being involved in it. You know, and it's just take my mind away from thinking too much on the golf course.
Louis 57 is your brand. I'm assuming I know what that means, but I'll hear it from you before I make any assumptions.
Yeah, 2002 in December, I shot 57 at my home club. I made 2 eagles and 11 birdies. I actually played with 2 of my mates. One of them was my caddy today. I took all their money, which was a great thing. So on that day, I think my caddy was a 3 or 4 handicap. He shot 1 over and he lost 26 skins to me. So he wasn't very happy with that. But
no one expects a 57 when they're making bets.
Yeah, it was one of those days where I started out with 3 birdies and I said to the guys, listen, I'm going to putt out today. It was a Wednesday competition, and I said, I'm going to putt out today. Normally when you play with your mates, 2-3 foot is good, you pick it up. But I actually putted out the whole round, and I got to the 13th, 14th hole, I think, and I hit one in the bush, and I was like, oh boy. At that stage, I think I was 10 under. I thought, there it goes, 59. Chance was 59, and we found the ball. And the funny bit was there was an area that they just cleared out about 2-3 weeks ago that they were doing some stuff. My ball was right in the middle of that. I had a perfect swing and I could see the green. So I knocked it on the green, nearly made birdie. I ended up making par on that hole, and then had a good big finish to shoot 57.
Now I know you and your wife have 3 young daughters. What's your best advice for raising little girls?
Get shotguns for when they grow up with boys. I think they're still young. They're 6, 4, the one's turning 4, the middle one, and the other one's 2.5. But yeah, I'm gonna get shotguns ready. That's the only advice I've got.
I guarantee you'll be an intimidating presence for any future boyfriends. Louis, I can't thank you enough for your time today. Thank you so much for enjoying a round with me, and cheers to you.
Thank you.